One of my favorite cars of 2025 is the Nissan Z. Twin turbo V6, power built in Japan, iconic heritage and styling. It is just a fantastic car to drive with tons of character and tons of soul. But Tokyo Auto Salon is coming very soon. And Nissan has just announced the new 6-speed manual variant of the Nissan Z, as well as some other updates, not only to the Z, but to the Nismo lineup in general. Guys, grab your snacks and drinks, buckle in, and let's go for a drive. First things first, okay, here's the Nismo specific stealth gray. That's not new for the Z. But what is new for the Z here, as we look at the front end, look, they've replaced the Nissan logo with the Z logo. Pray to God, pray to the gods over at Mount Fuji that they do the same for our market. Look at Toyota. Toyota has a Crown lineup in Japan. They have a Crown lineup in the United States, but they've kept the Crown badges to the JDM side of things. Hopefully this is not a JDM exclusive, and the Z logo will be on the front of every single Z, whether it's the base model, the Sport, the Performance, or the Nismo. They all get the Nissan logo replaced with the Z. I think it looks awesome and it makes it more special, upscales it. There's nothing luxurious or sporty about the Nissan badge on the front of a Z. Okay, the GTR had its own GTR badge. Rest in peace, GTR. The Z better have the Z badge when it arrives here as a new model year. And here is the interior of the new Z. And again, this will be at the Tokyo Auto Salon in about the second week of January. All right, so if you just happen to be in Japan, I know most of you are not, but this vehicle will be debuted there for the first time. And it's not like we didn't already have the Nismo. Nismo had the 9-speed automatic, a little bit more horsepower, a little bit more torque, okay, stickier tires, forged wheels, that sort of thing. I've always enjoyed actually driving the Z Performance, not the Nismo more, not because it has less horsepower. The Z Performance has 400 horsepower is plenty of horsepower for me. Problem was with the Z Nismo is that the 9-speed automatic took out what makes the Z so special. The 6-speed manual, I should say, not the 9-speed auto. The 6-speed manual is just so fun and engaging, and you feel like a real connection with the car. It's not as fast, but that's okay. The Z is not about record-breaking lap times or anything like that. The Z is about soul, heritage, and connection, and it's been named ever since the inception of the vehicle, the Fair Lady Z, like a dance partner from the movie that I've never seen because it's way before my time. All right, so we have this updated manual gearbox brought over from, let's say, the Z Performance. And there's some differences here. All right, we don't have heated seat buttons. Instead, they put the S mode button, which the S mode is the auto rev matching downshift functionality, all right, which is typically up here, all right, in the Z Performance. Instead, they brought it down here. They've got rid of the heated seat functionality. That's okay. I like these suede perforated seats anyways. And then you have your drive mode button up here. Drive mode, it's kind of laughable in a manual transmission. It's just going to make the steering maybe a little bit more firm, and it's also going to make the throttle a little bit more zippy, a little bit more responsive, a little bit more happy to give you the revs. All right, so I'm happy with this. I love that we have the manual handbrake here. And in fact, the manual handbrake is on the driver's side in the United States. So this doesn't get flipped over. It's still in the same spot. So it's in a better spot for the left-hand drive market than it is for the right-hand drive market. Love that. But Nissan has communicated some updates for the Tokyo Auto Salon. The Z Nismo manual transmission was the second thing. And by the way, I don't have pictures of the refresh front bumper of the Z Performance or the Z Sport, but I believe it's going to be taking the front bumper that's much better looking on the Nismo and putting it on the other models. Stay tuned for that. Hopefully I get confirmation on that soon, but it sounds like that's what's going on as they're replacing the bumper from the Nismo. They're putting it on the other models. It's a better looking bumper, but it won't have like the red stripe and the extra wing there at the bottom that the Nismo has. All right, so on the screen, what you see right now is a new Nismo product. This is just a Nismo concept model model, which will make its debut at the show. More details will be unveiled during Nissan's press conference January 9th. So we go back to the image here. This looks like a Nissan Note Aura Nismo with a wide body. So currently the Note Aura Nismo has a second gen e-Power. I drove it in October, actually on Halloween day. And it was the first time me testing out e-Power, and it was fantastic. Now, it was a little underpowered for my American appetite, but for Japan, it's probably fine. It handled really, really well, that little hatchback. And they're going to be putting more performance in here, putting a wider body. I don't know what they're going to do, honestly, if it's going to be internal combustion, if it's going to be hybrid e-Power, it's going to be, I don't know. Is it going to be battery electric? I have no idea. This is just all we have to look at right now with this teaser of a wide body, seemingly Nissan Note Aura. There's going to be Nissan Leaf Autech there. Autech, I saw a few of them. Autech is exclusive to Japan, as far as I'm aware, and it is them essentially slapping luxury fit and finish to existing Nissan models. You got to keep in mind, Infiniti does not exist over there. So this partner brand Autech equips Nissans to make them more luxurious. Simple as that. So the Leaf is getting an upgraded Autech. Now, there's still no word if Infiniti is going to have a Leaf, rebadge. We know for sure Mitsubishi will, but the Leaf becoming an Infiniti seems to be maybe not happening. All right. Now, what I do want is a Nissan Leaf Nismo. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit. Because just a day ago or 2 days ago at this point, Nissan is announcing new initiatives for the Nismo brand. This I am still digesting, and I'll try to explain some ideas that I have going forward, but they want to expand the Nismo car lineup. Currently in the United States, there is just the Armada Nismo that I drove just a few weeks ago. Watch that video. That thing is amazing. Love the Nismo Armada / Patrol. It's so much fun. It's so ridiculous, but it's great. Also the Z Nismo. Those are the only two we get. They have so many more Nismo models over in Japan, for example. All right. It's kind of like GR Sport in a lot of ways. Sometimes GR, full-blown GR. Okay, like if you're used to Toyota GR badge, I mean, Nismo's been around way longer than Gazoo Racing for Toyota, so it's almost me doing a disservice to Nismo. I think this could be as a result of their new CEO, Ivan Espinosa. He's a true car guy. He loves the Silvia. If you missed my interview with him just a couple months ago, check that out. We talk about the three brothers, the Silvia, the Z, and the GTR in that. Okay. And so this, I feel like, has his fingerprints all over, is expanding the Nismo car lineup. Nissan aims to double the number of cars available globally from 5 to 10. Does that mean we'll see 10 cars available here in the United States? Absolutely not. There's just 5 currently available globally. We only get 2 of them in the United States. Nissan plans to expand the market availability of Nismo cars and aim to increase annual shipment volumes from approximately 100,000 units to 150,000 units, so a 50% increase, by 2028, with overseas sales rising from 40% to 60%. And in pursuit of added customer value, Nissan will actively consider collaborations with external partners to expand its Nismo car lineup business. And beginning fiscal year 2026, Nissan plans to introduce prototype vehicles for racing activities to accelerate technological advancements in both hardware and software development for racing purpose and car lineup expansion. My gosh. Heritage and restoration programs are expanding as well, which is amazing if you have old Zs, things like that, old GTRs. That's super cool. So what just perked my ears the most, not only is it doubling and availability, again, if it doubles here, that's fine. We're going to go from 2 to 4. All right. But what's crazy here is that they're seeking collaborations with external partners to expand the Nismo car lineup. What in the world does that mean? If we look at what just happened with the Nissan Frontier, they're working together with Roush. So there's a Roush Nissan Frontier package now available at dealers. It could be as simple as that. Hey, we're just going to, work with some third party company that's really good at customizing cars, and we'll put the Nismo stamp on it. It's a possibility. Or it could be as deep as saying, "Hey, Honda, let's work together here. How about you can take our Z platform, put your 2-liter turbo in there, and it can be in a new. I guess it'd be a new S2000, but it'd be turbo, right? And it'd be rear-wheel drive. That's a Type R variant of a Nissan. So we're looking at Nismo versions, which is kind of like their Type R, Nismo versions of other car companies' cars. Well, I honestly have no idea how this could work. Could they rebadge a Civic Type R with the Nismo styling and call it Sentra Nismo? I honestly don't know. This is super open-ended here, and I have no idea how this could pan out. Okay, we know that Nissan is looking for buyers in the US market to pick up their empty production capacity in the Smyrna, Tennessee plant, as well as the Lincoln, Alabama plant. And they want to be a contract manufacturer for other companies, whether it's Ford. Ford needs more hybrids. Stellantis needs more hybrids. Okay, we know e-Power is coming to the Rogue next year and to a QX50 or similarly sized vehicle for Infiniti in the near future. So they want to expand their hybrid output, but that kind of opens the door to collaborations. Could we get a Nismo Mustang? I have no idea. It's super weird. I love that Nissan wants to have more fun cars, and they're open to collaborations to make it happen. I hope they can work with Toyota here. Look, Toyota has worked too much in the past with Subaru, with BMW, and they need to work maybe with Honda or Nissan for some products too. I think Nissan absolutely needs to work with Toyota for a next gen 8.6. So we could have a rebirth of the Silvia, which could be a next gen GR86. But the rumors is that Toyota is working with Mazda for a next gen Miata that shares the same platform with the GR86. Maybe Nissan can get in there too with a Silvia. All right, ride the coattails of that wave and make a Nismo version of that. I have no idea. I can't wait to see you guys think about it down below in the comments. Now, I'll just briefly touch on this and before I let you guys go. The Nissan Altima has been greenlit for another year for 2026. It starts at $27,580. It gets a standard 12-inch screen now. There's just two grades, SV and SR. And you can get all-wheel drive on this, something that you still can do on things like the Honda Accord, for example. So you have a new standard 12-inch screen and wireless charging pad here. There's also a new Midnight Edition on the SR grade, which is this green car right here. It looks awesome. Love green. But the Midnight Edition also equips the SR with dual zone climate control and a moonroof. It is available with these other colors here. But yeah, tactical green metallic is going to be pretty cool. Here's the pricing. All right, the Midnight Package. I don't know if there is a price for that Midnight Package mentioned in this press release, but here we go. If you want the SR grade, I would say the Midnight Package is probably another $1,500 to $2,000 would be my guess. You also have Destination, which is actually quite a bit less than what Toyota and Honda is charging for Destination. And I'll throw this in soon. We will have an update very, very soon on the updated Accord. I can't say anything more than that when that's coming. Just keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you subscribe to the bell icon so you get the updated Accord information in the near future. All right, but yeah, don't count the Altima out. Big Altima energy still lives on. And I'll see you guys in the comments. I can't wait for you to sound off with the new Z manual transmission Nismo. It's gonna be awesome. And whatever the heck this wide body concept is from the Nissan Noara, seemingly. Have a great day, guys. I appreciate you. If you haven't hit the like button, of course, I would appreciate you even more. All right. I like that very much, and it helps my video to reach more people. Thank you for making it this far into the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Long live Nismo.